I'm Andy Andrzejewski with Real Bass Adventures Guide Service. Many of you have read my Potomac tour articles on potomacbass.com. I'm here at Nanjemoy Creek to give you a video tour of one of the articles that I've written on the Potomac River. To my left is Benny Gray Point, and to my right is Blossom Point at the entrance to Nanjemoy Creek. For those of you navigating south from Nanjemoy Creek, the entrance to Nanjemoy Creek is very identifiable by the tower on Blossom Point. We're going to start fishing in a little creek right inside of Benny Gray Point. Let's go fishing. I'm inside of Little Creek. It is appropriately named because it is a little creek. It is very narrow, and to get inside of this creek you have to boat across a very shallow flat at the mouth, come in on plane, and then once you get into the narrow portion of the creek, come down off a plane, and you'll be in 4 to 5 feet of water. Once inside the creek, you have good wood cover to fish. On the very first bend, you have 9 to 10 feet of water in the outside portion of this bend. And you also have a feeder cut from another creek coming through into this bend. It's usually a very good bass place. We're going to move up here and fish it and see if there's any bass on it. See some activity right over here on the left. Let's see what it is. Might be stripers. There he is, fish on. Little fish. I think it's a white perch maybe. Or a small striper. Small striper chasing the bait fish up on this point. In the fall, this creek gets a lot of young stripers in it, young rockfish, chasing bait fish. Make another cast over there, see if I get another striper, and I'll get back to bass fishing. Another small striper. Another tiny baby striper. That's a white perch that time. Still chasing bait fish on this point. There's one right there. Oh, that's a pretty good fish here. Oh, he's lightly hooked. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good fish there, good bass. Whew, just had that one hook in him. All right. That cut over there is usually good for a good bass. The stronger the tide flows out of it, the better the fish. Nice tidewater bass. Well, we know there's bass in this creek. Let's go try another creek. We're now inside of King's Branch, another small, shallow creek with a flat protecting the front of it that you have to plane into the creek before coming down off a plane and settling into some slightly deeper water. Once inside, you have about 4 or 5 feet right at the entrance to the mouth. This creek goes back probably for 3/4 of a mile that it's fishable. Has a lot of wood cover along the shoreline, good drop-offs in some of the bends, and some grass on the flats. And right in front of me I have a combination of a piece of wood laying out in the flat with some grass around it. Usually an ideal bass spot. Got good wood cover on this point. Little rock and gravelly bank. Got some wild celery grass right in front of the wood. Slow this boat down and fish this wood thoroughly. Water's shallow in here. The trolling motor's kicking up mud, but it's deep enough for bass. Oh, there we go, there we go. There's one. We're gonna tie down that grass and wood. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, there's some good sized bass in here today. Some nice chunks. That one was on a spinnerbait. Again,